SNSportsTV.net. Sam and Chris, one more time, we're hooking up again. You know, when we come together, you know what's cooking. Something good is cooking. Chris, what's up, man?
I'm doing good, man. How you
Man, you're
doing,
looking
man?
dapper, man.
You too, man. You too. Looking
Yeah,
good, man.
proof I say the go with it. All right, the MLS regular season is down to one game, and you know a lot of playoff teams they've all punctured their ticket. You know, maybe some might get theirs on decision day, but for Houston Dynamo, which is our local team, are already in the postseason. They are now fifth in the Western Conference, and if they win their final game against LA Galaxy on decision day, that might put them in a better finishing in the league. I mean, looking at this team, we've covered this team since Ben Olsen has been in charge, and this team making consecutive playoff appearance. I mean, what is your perspective as regards this team and this season?
It just shows Ben Austin know exactly what he's doing. Prior to him, we had players like coaches like and Tab and some other coaches that came. But Ben Austin on a very short while. You should understand that on a very short while, because when he took up this team a season ago, he took it up last minute. So he had like 5 to 6 months to prepare for a whole season. And what did he do? He won a trophy. He won the
Yeah, the U.S. Open Cup.
U.S. Open Cup, and also went to the playoff where LAFC knocked them off.
Just a game away from the MLS Cup final.
Just a game away. So doing it back to back, it just shows that the first round wasn't by luck. The guy knows exactly what he's doing, and he's beginning to get the players to play in sync together. That's also another thing. Houston Dynamo might not be the greatest or the most exciting team in the league, but trust me, that a team on a very good day can beat any team in the league. So they are a threat. And they have what it takes to go on to go to the MLS Cup final, because they have the same crop of players last season, and now they even have more players that have brought the strength of the team. Players like Latif Blessing that joined the team this season.
The game changer.
Yeah, just to name a few players that joined them. So they are capable of doing something great this season.
Yeah, I asked Tim Howard, former Everton goalkeeper, and he is now the co-owner, a part owner of the Houston Dynamo and Houston Dash organization. I asked him this question, what could he attribute to have been the success of this team making playoff back-to-back under Ben Olsen? This is Tim Howard's response. When you look at the Houston Dynamo now, under new head coach, back-to-back playoff appearance,
Yep.
And in this part of the world, success in a season start from playoff qualification.
Correct.
Then you go to, you keep going up. Now this is second time. Last season they were just a game away from the MLS Cup finals, and now here they are again. As a top player and also now as a part owner, what do you attribute to have been the reason why you think the Dynamo are making this giant stride in making playoff back to back?
That answer is simple. Our general manager Pat Onstad, technical director Ashley Madison, and our amazing coach Ben Olsen, they're the brain trust of what happened on the pitch. They have driven this team. When you look at our head coach, he's seen it all. I oftentimes say about Ben Olsen, there's nothing that can happen to this team that he hasn't seen. He's going to walk in the door every day, and those players have a leader that they can look at and say, no matter what, good or bad, he's going to drive us in the right direction. And continuity is important. We've kept a lot of the core together. This is, winning is about familiarity and what a winning feeling is like. Won the U.S. Open Cup last year, good playoff run. There's no doubt that helped carry on to this season. And I like where we're placed. I like where we're placed right now. I feel like Houston is gritty. There's an underdog mentality about the city. And when you look at our team, we'll probably have to go into the playoffs as somewhat of an underdog, which is great. Our guys roll their sleeves up and relish road games and relish games here at the Shell. So I'm excited about the next few weeks.
Right, welcome back to the program. Still around the MLS show, Sam and Chris here on SNSportsTV.net. You can follow us on our social media platforms. Follow Chris Katos 001, right? Follow me, Sam 101, because we are all numero uno. Yeah, that was Tim Howard. Spoke about the cohesion. Ben Olsen, what he has brought to the team. Quality of play, quality of coaching, unity in the dressing room. All these are, veritable ingredients that will see your team come out tops in a perilous times. Yes, and also the World Cup coming to Houston, FIFA normally have their pilot project, which they use to test the World Cup, like the Confederation Cup, like the World Club Cup, which will commence in the
Next
summer
year.
here. And they've chosen venues, and the NRG wasn't chosen.
Yeah.
I asked Chris Canete, the chairman of Houston and World Cup host committee, about that. This is what he said before we talk about that. My question is this. I know before the World Cup, FIFA have some pilot competition they used to test run, like the Confederation Cup, like the World Club Cup, which will come up summer next year. Now the big cities, you were part of the Houston host committee of the World Cup and you brought it here. Why wasn't NRG Houston chosen as one of the host cities for the FIFA World Club Cup?
I don't know. You'd have to ask FIFA that. I don't have the answer, to be honest with you. I do know that it appears to me as they tried to keep the tournament mainly on the East Coast. I mean, I know there's a couple of West Coast cities, but I honestly don't have the answer to that. And I also know that it would have been very complicated to have it here because of some scheduling challenges over at the stadium as well. So.
Right, that was Chris Canete. He said he don't know that maybe that FIFA want to localize that competition in the East Coast, because majority of the venues were East Coast stadium, and what do you make out of that?
Well, I just think before FIFA would do that kind of thing, they've done their due diligence. They have gone to check teams that, because you're bringing the world over here. Trust me, we still find it difficult to fill our stadiums here. All the teams in the East Coast already have a big following of football. So when it comes to that stage, FIFA to a certain level wants to guarantee that they make a certain amount of money when it comes to ticket sales.
But to piggyback on that, Houston is a soccer city. Look at the Copa America when all these teams played. You saw how the NRG stadium was sold out. So using Dynamo fans turnout as a yardstick to kind of judge, I think is a little bit. I don't really buy it.
Okay, I'll tell you why I say that.
Why?
You talking about Copa America, right?
Yeah.
That is a national team tournament.
Yeah.
This is World Club tournament. So you can expect the followers of Colombian people come on the stadium, fill up the stadiums of Mexicans just because by trade they are Mexicans. How are you sure those same people will have the same energy to follow a club coming from another country?
Now we have Real Madrid in the FIFA World Club Cup, Barcelona, Chelsea. Unfortunately, Liverpool, are not part of it. I'm a little bit heartbroken. Just imagine if Barca and Real Madrid happen to clash in a Clasico game in Houston, bro.
It will be good, but you see, FIFA don't make mistakes.
And
like
how
that.
do you
These
be
guys,
sold
these guys
out,
have
bro?
done their due diligence. They have gone through stats.
The FIFA,
They have checked the
FIFA
figures. They
did
check a lot of
job
stuff.
FIFA's working very easy.
I'm making very
All right, everybody, man. I'm enjoying this, man. Chris and Sam here on SN Sports TV.
Oh, man.
Yeah, we're gonna bring to you more of this and chit chat right here.
Yeah.
And yesterday was fun at the booth and suit.
very
You're
nice,
gonna see our pictures from the booth and suit.
Yeah.
It was very awesome. Chris dressed like a real cowboy.
This was
Beanie
the cowboy. The cowboy. So in cowboy.
Beanie cowboy.
I say all that pull up that, play it back again. And I tell you say yeah, we that any trend.